Welcome back to AM Buffalo. I'm so excited because while I miss Mercedes, I do have somebody sitting in her chair this morning who is going to be giving us some really great information. Thank you so much to Mayor Byron Brown for being here on AM Buffalo this morning.
Good to be with you, and I miss Mercedes too.
Yes, so we're hoping that she's doing well. But this morning, you are actually starting something here on AM Buffalo that we're really excited about. It's Conversations with the Mayor, Mondays with the Mayor, to kind of get up to date on some of the things that are happening within our beautiful city. So we'd like to start by talking about this new monument that has been unveiled over the weekend. It meant a lot to you, it meant a lot to the folks here in the region, it meant a lot to the folks all across our nation. Can you speak to it a little bit?
Yes. The AfricanAmerican Veterans Monument opened on Saturday. It was unveiled on Saturday. It was really an emotional moment for everyone that was there. The first monument of this type, not only in the nation but in the world, honoring the service and sacrifice of African American veterans who have fought in all 12 American wars, serving in every single branch of the service. I want to just commend the African American Veterans Monument Board of Directors and my colleague in government, Majority Leader of the New York State Assembly, Crystal Peoples-Stokes, who really was a champion of this project, and through her work and efforts with the board, got the monument built.
What was it like for you? I mean, I'm sure you've walked through it prior to the event, but to see people there as well, being able to finally be able to take it in, what was that like for you?
You know, there were people there of all backgrounds, locally, people from around the country. It was more emotional than I thought it would be, with people touching the monument, people looking for the names of loved ones in the base plate. It was really a very emotional moment, and the speakers, Governor Kathy Hochul, Congressman Brian Higgins, of course, Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes, they reflected that emotion and that passion in their comments.
I think it's really beautiful, right? You're seeing the folks weaving throughout these monuments, and they're specifically spaced according to the amount of time that passed between these wars. And when people are walking through it, it's actually them walking through the peacetime moments. And I think that it was beautifully created, don't you think?
It was beautifully created. The artist, the late artist, Jonathan Casey, young man who we lost too soon, lost during COVID, he really did an extensive research in the monument, thought about every single detail, and his design for the monument certainly amazing.
It's a beautiful monument. It speaks to our region. It speaks to the nation, really. It's something that we really need to be proud of locally, and we are. But you actually, speaking of our nation, are going to our nation's capital in just a few. So explain to us what you're going to be doing there.
So on Wednesday, I will be a speaker for United States Senator Cory Booker. He's holding a panel discussion during the Congressional Black Caucus to discuss community-based strategies for public safety, to make our communities safer from gun violence, what we can do to accomplish that. Obviously, we have some strategies in Buffalo. We've gone through some things in Buffalo since May 14th, the mass shooting that occurred in our community. I have traveled between New York and Albany and parts in between to talk about sensible gun reform, violence prevention, just so that what happened in our community is never forgotten. So the precious 10 lives that were lost, the other 3 that were injured, so that that is not in vain.
How important is it that you're bringing it to the national level now?
You know, it is very important to continue to bring it to the national level. Just a few weeks ago, I was at President Biden's United We Stand summit discussing how to end hate-fueled violence in our country, hate of various different forms. It is amazing to note and recognize that since the mass shooting in Buffalo on May 14th, there have been over 288 additional mass shootings in our country.
The number is always staggering. 100%. And knowing that, it's a conversation that will unfortunately always be top of mind and top of conversation. We did want to mention that what's going on in our city as well, because I know that this is the time when a lot of construction is still happening. And downtown, we have seen so many amazing changes. I will say I drive downtown to get to work every day, and there is a lot going on, but still throughout fall. So what do you want people to know about?
So a lot of construction, you're absolutely right. Affordable housing opening, affordable housing breaking ground, housing of different income levels opening, but also street repair, street reconstruction. We are spending tens of millions of dollars on repairing streets in the city of Buffalo, all across the city, so please excuse our dust. There is a lot of construction. That construction will continue. We've been very fortunate to get significant federal and state money in that will give us the ability to do a lot of infrastructure work, a lot of road repair work, and for those of you that have been concerned about our roads, we will be doing repairs in every single section of the city of Buffalo.
And speaking of things that are being done in the city, Clean Sweep is ongoing. Tell us about where that stands.
So the Clean Sweep program is a data-driven strategy to identify blight in neighborhoods across the city and over a one-day period of time to remove that blight. This coming Tuesday will be our 26th Clean Sweep of the year, where we replace street signs, trim vacant lots, assist seniors with grass cutting, with heavy trash pickup. So anything you can think of to remove blight, to improve quality of life in communities from A through Z, we do through the Clean Sweep with Clean Sweep partners, not-for-profit organizations, private sector organizations, county, state, and sometimes federal organizations as well, all working with city crews.
And so if folks out there are seeing blight and they say this could definitely benefit from Clean Sweep program, where do they go for info?
They should call 311, the city's Division of Citizen Services. Oswaldo Mestri, our Chief Service Officer, and his staff does a tremendous job in processing these calls and making sure that we get city crews out to address blight and other concerns.
Well, you know what, Mayor, thank you so much. That was a lot of information. We really put you on the spot this morning, but thank you so much for sharing. I think folks out there have lots of questions about where the city stands, and as we move into fall, we will take advantage, I'm sure, of every possible moment to make construction improvements and clean up. So
yes,
thank you so much for your time.